Welcome to Venice Beach, California. Okay, so 6 o'clock. Time to do some art. What do you got? Hope I'm working. So I love the way Richard Pryor used to start his gigs. Like, first thing he say is, "Hope I'm funny." Right. So this is what we did yesterday. And this inspired another painting, which we're going to get to. So I just wanted to show you where we catch up to speed, so to speak. Let's what do we got? We got 82% at 6:02. Kind of liking this later starting time. The light is a little better. It's not as bright. So we're going to get rid of this one. We're going to start from scratch here. You can see how I put this baby up here. Okay. One of my last pieces of canvas. Got to get to the art supply store. For some reason I always start in the upper left, and I'm just using regular push pins here. Okay. See them? My push pins, see how multicolored they are? Amazing, aren't they? Amazing push pins. Okay. Need a little tautness. Can I have some tautness, please? Well, let's do our, before we get going too far into this, let's do our 360. Okay. This is our 360. There's my friend, our friend the ocean of the Pacific nature. Okay. Yeah, the rest is corporate. Cool. I am really enjoying doing this, I have to tell you. Oh, this is pretty thick canvas. Really nothing nice. Spray. I don't know if we have enough spray. When we're low on the water thing, we do it the old-fashioned way. I always wet the canvas first for a couple of reasons. One, it kind of gets rid of some of the sizing that they put on this fabric, or whatever those chemicals are. I don't know that we really want to know. And another thing, stretching it out with the water, it gets rid of any of the wrinkles. And then the third reason is this is allows for me to use this watercolor technique where the canvas already wet. It makes the paint almost like watercolor. It spreads the pigment out. in a really cool way. And you use less paint. And the way I taught myself how to paint, I didn't have a whole lot of resources, so I had to make things go pretty far. So I don't waste a lot of paint. Oh yeah. I know, I'm kind of liking the way we started yesterday with this base of the yellow, red, blue to get to the interface. Those interface colors, the subtle colors, I'm really digging. I just want to get this one going before we get to the other painting that I want to, that was inspired by yesterday's. And this can be setting up. And so once again, just so you know, full disclosure, I don't know what I'm painting. If you were sitting back there going, oh, he knows what he's going to paint. Think again. I was talking to somebody about this yesterday, about this other artist, and he came up, saw what I was doing, and he says, you know what you're going to do? I said, I have no idea. And he said, I like that because it's just really being honest, you know. At the same time, I feel like, I should add to that, I don't know what it is that I'm painting, but then again, I've over the years I've learned to trust that I don't have to know what it is that I'm painting in order to paint. And in fact, I used to teach people how to paint a sunset in 6 minutes in Key West. I'd set up a table at the Sunset Festival there, and I had a postcard series back in the early '80s called based on my cartoon series called Blue Muse, and I would use the backs of those old postcards that were blank, and just literally grab people by the arm and stick a paintbrush in their hand and ask them, what's your favorite color? Because I know that what works for me when I'm painting, when I have no idea what I'm going to paint, I mean literally not even a friggin' clue, is first thing I do is I just start setting up. I start putting the canvas on there, and then I start putting the water on there and everything like that. And then if I still don't have a friggin' clue, I just reach for a big brush and my favorite color. And There's nothing more gratifying than painting your favorite color with a big brush. And I guarantee by the time you finish with your favorite color, you're going to have a pretty good idea of what the next step is. And that's pretty much all you need to know is the next step. And if you don't know what the next step is, then just hang back for a second. You know, walk around the block, you know, talk to somebody for a minute, stand on your head. Standing on your head always works. Life is always better after standing on your head. From my personal experience. So, you do what you're going to do. All right. Some blue. That. Look at that. That's good. Yeah, I really like this light. It's a lot softer. The sun is just entering the 7th house. Here on the West Coast. The house of intimacy, partnership, marriage, and public relations. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, man. Are we not blessed? Yes, we are blessed. And was I just talking about something? Hey! Oh, oh. I don't know, that looks pretty nifty like that. Let's begin, shall we? So, did you ever notice how when you hear somebody say something but you're not quite sure what they said, do you ever notice how what you think they said is more interesting than what they actually said? It's because your mind needs to complete the sentence, right? And it makes up stuff. It's like a mental binaural, you know? I like to play with that. Okay. Now we're gonna let that have its moment. Oh boy. Go. Hey. How's it hanging?
I'll see you tonight. I'll see you tonight.
Yep. Okay. So let's see now. What's that? That's that right there. That's good. Alrighty then. So I had this. I sleep in a Volkswagen bus, and which means all this stuff is in the bus with me. And so whatever paintings I paint, I put them so that they're the first thing I see when I wake up in the morning. And so this morning, when I woke up and I saw the piece that I did yesterday, I was looking at the sacred geometry, and I realized that, well, I want to show you. Anyway, I painted this early before the show started so that I, wouldn't bore you with the effort of painting it on camera, so that we can get right into, there's the camera, right into the sacred geometry. Okay, so. Because I want to show you what I learned today. That's the thing about sacred geometry is the system will teach you itself. It's the geometer's tool, the compass. On the straight edge, let's find this baby. I find this funny. It's like, after a while, you can just kind of tell where it is. I'm going to guess that it's like right there. Yeah, I'll even put a dot there. Okay, there's my dot. So this is supposed to be 18 inches, and it's pretty close to 18 inches. So that means that this is 9. Yep, right on the money. And then this is supposed to be, I think, 20. Is it 20? No, 24. Yeah, probably 24. So this should be 12. 12. Okay, let's see. 12. Oh, we're off by a little more than half an inch. According to my calculations. There's our center point. Oh, that looks really closer to it. Let's do that again. Let's check. Let's do this. 18. Yeah, it should be right. Okay. Yeah, for some reason that looks off. But, oh, I know what I want to do. Just a disaster. Just a disaster. Hold up. Nobody move. Oh, God. So we're at 53%.
A paper roll.
Alrighty then. So what I learned is let's make this 1.5 inches. It'd be better if we did it 3 inches, but not a lot of play today. Most people seem to be doing something else besides lining up to buy my work. I know you find that surprising, but okay, so there's the beginning of the universe. You see that, our little circle there? Let's try this. Here's our beginning of our universe. How's that? Better. Okay, so basically what I learned is if I start anywhere on here, and I'm going to start at the what I perceive to be the top of this image, you can check it. So widest point, start with that point right there. Where the center of one circle is the edge of the next circle. Okay. So the 3 points, this one here, this one here, this one here. If I make this next one, ding, 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 ding. The next place that I make a circle, I start at the center. Cool. And then this one. This is one way of drawing the flower of life, a hexagram and all that. But we're going to take it in another direction. Sacred geometry, baby. That's right. Okay. That seems a little off, but we'll fix it. Okay. So if you go back and look at the image, the painting that I did like 2 days ago, this is the early stage of that. This is the the first iteration of the flower of life. It's 6 petals and 6 circles around one, so there's 7. And ideally, there'd be another one on the other side of this. If this were 3-dimensional, there'd be 8 of these, 8 circles, 8 spheres actually. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we take the halfway point. That's not a good half point to use. Let's see, let's try this one. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. So if we start during our next iteration, boom. This also gives us 2. This one here. Oh, shit. Sorry for cussing. Gonna work on that. Less cussing in the world. Cool. So basically what we're doing is we're making taking that 6 and we're doubling it. We're going halfway between, and it's telling us where the next circles go. The next center point of the next circle goes. And this is was the center sacred geometry image that was in yesterday's painting. Okay. There's music playing in the background. I'm hoping that it's not coming through, because it's not my intention to promote it. Copyright and all that. Oh shit. Did it again. Alrighty then. Yeah, just made a mistake. When we make a mistake, something's trying to teach us something. So, go back. Let's see. Go to this one. Oh well, let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is fun. Tell what the mistake is. Just that right there. You can probably tell this isn't the first time I've made a mistake using my little trusty gold pen on a painting. I've developed this elaborate technique for masking the fact that I screwed up, called erasing it. There we go. Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's what more likely it's supposed to look like. All right. So yep. Okay. So now what we want to do, what occurred to me this morning, is if we take each one of these lines, so let's look at this circle right there. Okay, this top circle. And where each other circle crosses that circle, it turns out, is 30 degrees. So it's already marked off. That one is a little, is not exactly the way it's supposed to be, but you get the general idea. So what we want to do, I wanted to see what it looks like. Once again, this is what the sacred geometry that I painted on the spot yesterday in the middle of that painting, and I wanted to see, well, what happens if I take this another step? So usually I do this in the comfort of my own home. In other words, with nobody paying attention. But I've already screwed up, so now you get to see me screw up some more. And there should be one in the middle of this. I'm going to do the... that. So there we go. So I just took that one circle right there and repeated this whole pattern again using that one as the center one. Okay, and I would like to see what happens when so right now you have like these two major flowers, 12 harmonic flowers mating, right? So let me take a photograph of that just for fun. 37. To mind our progress. So, okay. Let's go back. 35%. See how far we can get with this. And we started with, this was our center one. Center. This is our center. This was our first iteration. So then our next one. So this is the center. This should be the next iteration. What I do is take that point right there. All right, I'm not going to lie to you. This is confusing. This is so confusing. Yep. But take your confusion like a man. What? Okay. There's that. Good. 2. Heights. Hey there. Okay. 26%. Sure, this is tremendously intriguing for all concerned. This one. Jesus. This gold pen was writing blue. This gold pen was writing blue because I used it on that painting yesterday. Yep, gotcha. Thanks. Okay. Well, as you can see, this is a lot more complicated. It's going to take a lot more time than what we have on our computer right now. But what I'm going to do is finish the other painting. And how's it going, Jeffrey?
I was thinking about Dave won't be out here because it's not the weekend.
I'm here every day, baby.
So that,
Yep.
golly. Okay.
Yep, I'm doing fine. There's always room for improvement, bro.
And you're always with a beautiful woman.
Not today.
Not
I said not today.
There's just a spiritual ring in you.
Is there?
Yeah, there is.
Alrighty then.
It brings ladies over to you. And it really is. I always felt that for you. Well, I just feel that for you.
Well,
Did you want to do that organization that you were looking for money for?
that investment I told you about?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Huh?
I haven't. But I actually just saw Sherman the other day. Last week I had to get glass over there, so there we go.
What now?
I had to get glass at his gallery,
Yeah.
and he was telling me about what's the latest update with that whole project. It's coming along, I guess. Oh, that looks really cool.
He's a friend of mine. He's 27. And, he's like right beyond anybody I've met. And he put together an organization that would pay everybody daily for their work. You know, like you went to, this example is you go to Starbucks and you pay for a cup of coffee. Okay? You don't get paid for a week or two with your paycheck. So why should we not be paid every day when they receive government? And that's just an example. And instead of an employer too, as far as paying the taxes and all those things. So everybody comes up with a great idea, but implement them as part of the art. You know? Anyway, I saw you and I love who you are.
Thanks, brother.
I hope you stay in our front yard.
Well, I hope I stay in the front yard of this place too.
Are you staying over the new thing now?
I'm in the Volkswagen bus, my friend.
Oh boy. Okay. You warm at night?
Oh yeah. This time of year, you kidding me?
You got some girl in there.
Nope.
Or did you line?
No, it's this time of year.
Oh yeah, this time.
The weather is just fine, man. You don't have to worry about it.
All my life I've been so dry, so long.
All right, brother. Take care. Thanks for stopping. What's that?
How's that trip that you took to the forest store? So you're gonna go out?
Rainbow Gathering. Rainbow Gathering. Yeah, it's coming up. It'll be happening in about 3 weeks. The Rainbow Gathering will be most likely be in Utah. All right, brother. Take care. Okay. %. There's a lot of water in there. Eight. What do we got? Oh, 5%. Cool.
Pero eso te iba a decir, San Francisco se mira top bonito también, me llegó, pero no puedo, así todo más.